Hello and welcome back to the Insanity. We are slowly working on making it less insane, and in this episode we will do that by making a mall. Last time we left off, we had fixed benzene, which is what we are now using as a fluid fuel. Because having just an ordinary fuel is not enough. Like coal or coke or wood or whatever, that just isn't enough. You need fluid fuel as well. So in this episode, we will just mainly be making a mall. And in our last episode, we also fixed a number of other small issues, more or less. Like providing more stuff to LTN, fixing some copper issues, all that stuff. So, a mall. We'll start off by making some train stations. And we should know by now how to make a train station, because we already have a number of them, and they are extremely useful, as I hope you have seen. So can we please move over here? Rather, we would kind of like to go... this is a mess, because the robots haven't finished this part yet. So we'll just have to help them a bit on the way, because I do want my train station here now. Good, good, good. Some signals and a rail signal. Great. Ooh, I don't think I will have enough rails for this. I'm pretty sure I will not have enough rails. Step 1 with building a mall. Make train stations. You could of course have a mall with just belts. That's perfectly fine. It's useful for early bases and so on. But in PyBlock, that's not an option. Some more rails, thank you. Although I will probably not need all of this. And I think I might have a bit of a cold, in case you hear my sniffles. Or who knows, it might be a certain virus. You never know. Well, at least not until you take a test, which I have not done. But besides the sniffles, I'm feeling quite alright. I do have a bit of... what's the English word? training pain after taking a long walk yesterday. Very long walk, for me at least. So, okay, let's see where to build another train station. Probably over here. Usually, when I make a mall, I build from top to bottom, which means that the input is at the top and the output is at the bottom. And today I'm actually considering doing the other way around. But I haven't really decided and it doesn't really matter, so we'll just build it somewhere. A few more chain signals, please. Thank you. There we go. Warehouse. I don't have a warehouse. Okay, logistic train stop. At least I have that. You know what? Let's do it the ordinary way. So let's have the input here from the top. We do need a bit of space here for a warehouse and stuff. And then the other one will be at the bottom. Okay, right. Let's get moving somewhere. Okay. Let's see, what do I need? I need wood. I need wood to make 2 warehouses. No, I'm gonna need a shit ton more than 2 warehouses actually. Oh dear lord. Dear me. Well, this will be one of the first things that we will automate in this new mall. Let's see, warehouse. Okay, 2 warehouses, that's a start. Let's go and grab some iron as well. As I said in the last episode, rule number one in Factorio is that there's always something missing, and rule number 2 is that it's probably iron. Thank you, iron plates. Please make me some more warehouses. Do I have the inserters that I need? I kinda do now. Do I have electric poles? At least some. Oh, Jesus. This needs creosote to make medium electric poles. That's gonna be annoying. But alright. We will see how we will fix this. We might actually use barrels. We might use barrels. Now, how are we doing over here? Can I? Yes, I do have a path to this. Not the most optimal path, but it's a path. So sure, I'll take it. Right. We have some progress on the Kisalk. And if we want that to stop beeping, we need to go over there and deal with it. And we do want that to stop beeping. And this is gonna take a little while to get over there because we don't have optimal train roads everywhere. And please stop. Thank you, train. And thank you, Kisalk. This should increase the speed of this by quite a lot. So now it has a crafting speed of 0.3, and this is 130 seconds, and 130 seconds divided by 0.3 is 433 seconds, which divided by 60 is 7.2 minutes. So slightly more than 7 minutes it will take for it to produce one set of key sulks. And since I don't want to be disturbed that often, I will just, or actually how many are we missing here? We're missing 10, 14. So how about if there is more than 13 of them? Please let me know. That should leave us in peace for a moment, at least. I hope. Methanol processing is doing well. Wow. Research is progressing pretty fast. That's the wrong stop. This is where I want to go. Yay! Methanol processing! I'm sure that's useful for something which we don't have time to check now. Because we want to research energy generation too as well. And we are busy building a mall. Although we have barely gotten started, to be honest. Hi there, power pole. Thank you. And you might have seen many different variations on how to build malls, but I have, shall we say, my own way of building a mall. And the good part is that it's pretty powerful. The bad part is that it's very magical. Well, no, that's not the bad part. That's actually as well a good part. But the bad part is that it requires a bit of resources to build the mall infrastructure. Okay, how are we with warehouses? So let's see. How about I start somewhere like in the middle? That would be like here. Seems like a good way to start, actually. And you will see why. Oh boy, we're gonna need a lot of filter inserters for this. And a lot of combinators. And a lot of wires. Oh my god. This is going to be fun. So you will see this pattern a lot. This is basically forward all requests. Because I will connect red wires to things. And these red wires will be used to decide what to output. Okay. Copy this, paste it here, thank you. Now, since we're kind of starting small, because we don't have that much set up yet, I will try to be a bit, shall we say, conservative with what I'm using. So I will try to not use too many resources too early. Because this is a long process. Okay, there we go. Let's move it down one step. Like that. And then we want to have filter inserters again. And this is where the fun begins, because there are a number of different ways you can build this. Quite often I have like a bit of, let's see, do I have that blueprint? Of course I do not. That's okay. I'll just have to make a new one, more or less. And we're already out of combinators. That's not a good sign. It's nice though that we have gotten new trash lots. Those will be pretty handy. So, 1, 2, 3. This is things we want. And this is things, no. This is things we have. This is things we want. And this is a check to see that both of them are fulfilled. Ugh. This is gonna take a while. This is for sure gonna take a while. Okay, let's just use that one for now, maybe. And do I have a small shed? Those are pretty useful. So, something like this. And then we need a machine. We need more circuits. We'll see how far we get in this episode with this, because to be honest, there's quite a number of things to do for this setup, but once it's set up, it will be very useful. It will basically produce things with resources that we have left over, so to say. Because we are using a train station, it will be possible to determine the priority of things. Thank you, circuit boards. I'm just gonna fill up on common things that I think we might need. Titanium, do we need any titanium? Probably not. Right, anything else? Some duralumin probably, and a bit more circuit boards. Great. Small parts, yes, that would be handy. Lots of decider combinators. And yes, we would very much like to have a signal display as well for this. And a huge number of wires, both green and but mostly red, and tin. No tin? Are we not requesting any tin? We are not requesting any tin. So that's tin, and then there's still the glass issue that we need to fix. Sure. Let's get on that. Oh boy. Hello, dear inserter. How about we move you to that side? Because these things are going to need help. Very much help. So where's the tin? And when I say tin, I only mean tin and no tin foil hats. And let's see, here's the glass as well. Glass. To the left, perfect. It's perfectly okay if we happen to insert a bit of steel there as well. And I'm going to want these wires. We really want to have that mole, don't we? Okay, let's continue looking for the tin. But before that, let's just stop that so that we don't fill up all the glass we have over there. Here's the tin! I found the tin! Woohoo! Now, this is as always a bit of a mess, that's for sure. But we would like to have the tin go like this, and then over here, and then over here, and then up here, and then out onto this belt. Do I not have a belts chest here? Thank you very much. So this is for tin plates. And this is a splitter. Awesome. And then let's fix the titanium. Thank you, titanium belt. You may proceed. And then there's the glass. We had that up here somewhere. Excellent. Glass -0. And I think I might want to adjust these numbers up here a bit, because I realized that glass is pretty expensive. So it's enough with having like 1000 there. Should be enough for a while. Okay, good. How is that tin doing? Where is that tin? Ah, it's on its way. Great. And now I have already, oh right, it was for wires. I almost forgot why I needed the tin. Okay, good. Let's get back to the mall production. And we have already played for 26 minutes and we have accomplished absolutely nothing at the mall. Because such is life, apparently. I gotta say that recording Factorio episodes and looking at the timer for how much you play and so on, and how long each episode is, it really makes you realize that doing like all kinds of things in Factorio, everything takes time. Everything takes time. That's just the way it is. And let's see, how about we make something like this maybe? I think this can work pretty well. We're gonna need a huge number of filter inserters, that's for sure. But right, let's be conservative at the moment. And I realized that I don't have the long poles yet, still. Which is gonna make this annoying. Very much annoying. But oh well. Okay. Great. And here we can just use a regular inserter, I guess. Did I make any? Yes, I did. Okay, so this is the most problematic part, more or less. Building something scalable out of this. And iron chest should be nice. Should be enough. I actually think that I want to have these sheds for two reasons. One of them is that they have a bigger inventory, and the other one is that they are 2 blocks wide, which means that they, when placing them like this, they take up as much space as the assembling machine itself, which means that they will be working very well for storing things that will be used here. Okay, so How about we start with... No, I can't even start with small parts. I need to start with something though. How about we start with iron sticks. Thank you. Now I would like to have 3 of these. Should I put them like this? Yeah. So 1 for have and 1 for want and 1 for equals 2. Great. So this is... hold on here a minute. How did I do this? First of all, I think that we should make this is for less than 0, right? So this will forward the request. But wait a minute. This is not the entire story. We do also need to forward the request upwards. So, okay, here we are producing 1 iron stick or 2 iron sticks for 1 iron plate. And when we want iron plates here, I would like these things to check that, okay, do you have for everything do you have, you should forward this if you're both having it and if you are requesting it. And therefore we're going to connect these things like this. So let's put some iron plates in there. And ta-da! It worked on the first attempt. That's way too good to be true. But it is true. So then what we want to have is an inserter to put things up here, which then produces iron stick. Then we're gonna have an inserter on the other side, which will take it out if and only if you have something requesting it. So if we want for everything that we have, everything that we want, we will forward the request over here. And in order to do that, we need to connect it to this. So this will be enabled if iron stick is less than 0. And at the moment, we have nothing requesting the iron stick, so it's not enabled. This is for less than 0. This is for less than 0. Putting it this way is confusing, so let's make it like this. Okay, so now nothing is requesting these things. I think I put this one in the wrong direction. I think it should actually go like this. Which means that, yeah, this one is, why is this? Right, it is actually producing 1. Hmm. Oh, research is completed. How nice. And let's see. Something is not right here. Because I want to check if I'm requesting it, but I would also like to forward the amount that's being requested. Right, I think I had some thing over there. And this is put like one step to the left just to indicate that this will be used as a forwarder. So now this is outputting a signal of -1, and that will be sent to this one, and it will be sent to this one, and this one will just also forwarding the request, and it will forward the request upwards like this. And you might already see why this requires quite a bit of resources. But hopefully you will soon also see why this is a very powerful way of building them all. So I can tell you that for this mod pack I will definitely go with this setup. Anything else is just out of the question. And right, let's see. Let's put an inserter like that. Now, we do want these to be connected to the same, because here we just have ordinary fast inserters that just forwards everything to here, to the bottommost warehouse. So these three are essentially the same inventory. There's no filter inserters preventing anything from going anywhere. And this is where the fun begins, because now we have something requesting things. And let's see. This one should go over here to indicate that, yep, we have something requesting it. And then we should have something here that says that, yep, we have it. And then we have the thing in the middle that says, yes, you should insert it. So if we are both requesting it and providing it, then feel free to insert it onto the belt to move it downward. And then these should be connected like that. And then we have the magic thing that checks for everything that's... No, that's not the right one. So many inserters. I can understand if this is confusing, but I'm hoping that I will be able to at least explain parts of this. Parts of the magic. And this is where we will actually use an arithmetic combinator. So for everything that we are requesting, here we just output the signal 1, and then we will output for everything that we are requesting. We will output a signal here of -1000, just to say that, hey, LTN, we are requesting this. And this is where it's extremely important to use a wire here as well, just to say that, hey, we already have this in our inventory. So minus 1000, and then we will output it to LTN. So now in theory this should say that, hey, we want iron. And this is where the fun begins with the signal display, because now we will just say that we are, actually let's put it over here. And then let's connect a green wire to this power pole so that we can see the signals. And I am slightly curious why we haven't gotten our delivery already. But anyway, let's connect this signal. And then we'll just say here, mall, no. That's one missing in LTN. This one is mall requester. So, why do we not get the delivery? Or do we get the delivery? We should be getting a delivery if only this train would not be in the way. What's that train doing there anyway? How did I get here? Didn't I take the Oh, I forgot to cancel that. I forgot to put it in manual mode, I think. So it's just continued driving. So here we have iron plates. Pretty sure that looks like iron plates. And that is providing it to LTN. So it's possible maybe that we just haven't gotten it because we don't have any trains in the depot. Because the trains were busy being occupied by everything else. Because of train chaos. Yeah, we have 2 trains transporting items, and none of them are at the moment available to transport the good stuff, the things that we would like to transport. Which is why they are not. But hopefully this little train should be returning back soon. If it isn't already. Old Center North, drilling fluid, item requester. Ah, look, it's getting back to the depot. And there we go, it got another request. Maybe we should just add more trains to LTN actually. Because it seems like we have a number of requests going now. Let's see what happens with this train. We're 44 minutes into this episode and we still haven't really made much progress on them all. Because we are waiting for our first delivery to them all. If this one is taking another request, I will definitely provide, yeah. I will provide more trains to the mall. Old wood production, requester. Okay, so you will be going there. And you are going to be loaded up with lots of coal and coke and iron for some reason. No, not just coal and coke. Well, that's fair because we are definitely missing both coal and coke here. Not sure what's using up our coal at the moment. But I guess it was just time for a delivery. So I would like to have another cargo wagon. But in order to have that, I need a bit of titanium. So let's go grab some titanium. These trains both want to go to the same train station, of course. Very well, here is titanium. Please make me a cargo wagon. Then please take me to this other train that I haven't visited in a while. Actually, let's take this path so that we actually don't get stuck somewhere. So, thank you very much. Where's our cargo wagon? There it is. Now you may get rid of this one and then you can go into the depot. And then we will enter this train and start using this again. And then we'll just switch it around and go in the right direction. No, not there, please. Let's delete the Simon's parking spot as well. No, I don't want to go there. What's the problem? Stop it. Delete that and go over here, please. Thank you very much, dear train. Now it seems like, yeah, here we go. Now this is getting this iron request, and I'm sending the train away because otherwise it will just be standing there and fueling up fuel, which is, yeah, that it can do later when it gets old or something. So now we have 1k iron on the way. And by the way, I forgot to make something here because I would like it to have a fairly low request priority here. Because if there is any better ways to use materials, I would like them to do that first before making things in the mall. So, this is where another fun part of the mall begins. Outputting things. And this is a bit of a mess. That's for sure. But hopefully we can deal with that mess later on. So thank you. Now you have a bit of iron sticks here as well. So then hopefully we should be able to sort of copy this part. This thing is in the way, of course. And this is where I'm very happy about that little thing that you can actually put down stuff and just have them connect automatically to with wires without actually using up any of your wires, because this saves us a bunch of wires. So this should not be making us iron sticks. This should be making us bolts, which needs iron sticks. And this is where the fun begins. Probably, at some point. Will this work? It feels like something is off. That seemed to work. You are requesting... Right, this is the fun part. You need to connect to this part. There we go. That's more like it. And ta-da! Now we are producing both iron sticks. So now we are continually producing iron sticks. Hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. Please have a condition that if there is less than 0 bolts, then you may output things. So now this one is producing things as long as nothing is... as long as something is requesting iron sticks, this one is producing iron sticks. And this one is producing bolts as long as something is requesting bolts. At the moment, nothing is requesting bolts. And then this shed will fill up with a few number of ingredients for this, just to make sure that it's always possible to produce it. So yeah, that's this circuit magic is basically what we're going to use for the rest of all of this. And I would like it to be somewhat I don't know. I know there is a way to sort of make a blueprint out of this and have it be right. I think what I'm missing is these little parts. So please make me a blueprint, sort of. No, actually, no. And the reason why I say no is that we are still having recipes set for this. So we'll just produce a number of more of this. And we badly need more circuit boards, naturally. Would be helpful if you could connect ghosts to wire. But alright. So now, how about small parts? Iron stick, iron gear wheel, and bolts. Sure, okay then. How about iron gear wheel? Oh, come on. I need a lot of simple circuit boards at the moment. I think it's time to start with the copper thingy soon, because copper is the main ingredient missing for the for the circuit boards. No, actually now it's coke. Ah, it's coke. That's where the coke is used up. Parts of it at least. Is this one still running, by the way? Yes, it is. Seems to be. Uh-oh, we are still wasting void tailings. We're wasting tailings for some reason. Why? Why? Probably because we have other places where we are wasting a lot of it. But one thing is for sure, and that's the benzene is not a problem, and this is an awesome usage for the tailings. My god, I wish I would have discovered this sooner, because this solves the fluid fuel production a lot. And it might even solve a number of power issues later on as well. That's pretty impressive. I like that very much. Okay, let's go grab some more things. Because that's basically what we do around here. Why is this? Oh, oh, there was a train passing by. Alright, everyone is fine. No one was hurt, no train accidents. I'm wondering, yeah, exactly, that one goes there. But now we want to go here, perfect. So please make me some more circuit boards. Bunch of them, more or less. What's the problem around here with the coke? Do I really not have any coke? Why do I not have any coke? Is this the coke belt? I think this is the coke belt. I hope this is... Aha! That's a problem. That's definitely a problem. We haven't provided coke onto this. This is an immediate problem that we do need to fix. So please train, take me to this area. That's pretty bad actually, because we had a lot of coke saved up there, but I mean it was meant to be used, so I guess that's fine. Hello belt, what are you doing here? What were you? Oh, it's an old iron belt. Oh my god, that was a long time ago. Okay. Now please take those cokes. Then you may have these cokes. And this might put a bit of a strain on the coke production actually. But that's alright. Hello coke. Thank you. It's better. Hopefully this should fix that problem. Now, do I have everything here that I need? It seems like I'm missing some things. It seems like I need more copper. It seems like I might need more... Okay, it was mainly the copper that was missing. Right. Heading back to the mall production. We have already spent 1 hour on this. I think we'll work a little bit longer. And then we will probably continue with the mall in the next episode. See, here we have 768 iron, but nothing is requesting the iron. Because none of these machines need any iron at this point. Until now. Oh boy, did I miss that. I need more wires. Oh boy. And something is missing here as well. Right, that one. There we go. And now you may make iron cog gear wheel. Thank you. And nothing is requesting the iron gear wheels at the moment. Until soon. So the first thing that you want to build in a mall is the intermediate products required for the other things that you want to have in the mall. More or less. So now I believe that, oh my god, this one is slow. As you can see, the things we are making right now are also intermediate products for inserters, which means that we are getting closer to automating inserters as well. Okay, wires. That one goes there. And naturally that one goes there. And then we just need to, of course, put some things onto this one. So here we need to check that if small parts is less than 0, then we should output the small parts. And now I believe that we might actually get... Yeah, exactly. Now we have, since this machine is requesting copper, and none of the other things here contain any copper, the request is forwarded all the way to the train station, which tells LTN that, hey, we need some copper. And the problem is that we don't have any copper in the LTN, sadly. So I'll just offer some of my own copper for the moment, just to get some production of things. And this one should not be requesting iron plates. This one should not have anything set up there, because this is my plan for making a blueprint out of this beautiful little setup. More or less beautiful, at least. That's the wrong direction. Thank you. So one there, one there, one there. That one needs to be placed, that one needs to be placed, that one needs to be placed, and this one should not have any request at this point, and then this should not have a recipe. Great. And then this one should have this wire set. Excellent. Now can we maybe make a blueprint? First, let's maybe place down the power poles as well. There we go. So we don't want to include this part. We do want to include this. We can include that. We can include that. I think this should work. So now we should be able to just scale this up like this. And as you might guess, one of our first problems that we will be having is naturally inserter speed. And yeah, the good thing is at least that with this approach, it's quite easy to say that we will need a lot more small parts in the future. Then we'll just change one of these machines to make more small parts. It's as easy as that. And this is just like the level 1. This is just the intermediate products. And this is where the fun begins, as we will be using multiple levels of this. So things that are produced up here can later on be inserted down here. And let's see, did I make a blueprint? I did, here it is. So then we will need to have copy this little setup. We will copy it over here. And then we will have so here we will probably be making inserters and combinators and like things we need to scale up the mall even further, more or less. And this is going to require a lot of resources. That's something I was aware of for a long time. But luckily, the more things we make here and like everything, all the resources that we are going to need will be delivered to us here sooner or later. So in the beginning, we will just have to place down a couple of things manually here. But soon enough, so for example, let's say that this one can be making decider combinators maybe, because that's actually, let's make red wire and green wire as well. Red wire, green wire are method combinators. All of this. And one more thing that I would like to show you about this setup is that you can actually connect a constant combinator to anything here. And right, I haven't fixed this part. So, yep, this is correct, I believe. This is an important part and the fun part and a small part, haha. So now I will just say that give me like 100 small parts here. And the machinery gets started without me having to do anything. All these machines just balances things out, and I will end up sooner or later with having 100 small parts in this machine. Which is really handy if you need to have like small parts for example, making inserters. And then I will be making inserters to move things further down here the chain. So yeah, that's the first step done of automating them all. In the next episode, we will probably be both focusing on automating copper and like constructing a new copper. Actually, we might want to take a look at that first. So for example, let's say that we want to make small parts, because we do make a lot of small parts using this recipe. Reason why I choose this recipe is because it requires copper plates. So at the moment we have copper plates using copper grade 2. And copper grade 2 requires a bunch of things. And then please give me the matrix solver. So 50 copper plates become 250 copper, or becomes 50 copper plates. And this also produces a bunch of molybdenum ore, which we are currently just storing. But if we would change this recipe to, for example, this one, using molten copper and borax and stuff. Oh dear lord, then I have to fix the borax automation as well, but it's probably time to deal with that, I guess. So then we have this copper grade 4 recipe for making molten copper. And this requires copper grade 4, which can be made in a couple of different ways, which can be made from copper rejects and other stuff, which can be made using copper grade 2, which once again let's see, we have low grade copper dust. What is low grade copper dust made of? Low grade copper dust. Usage, low grade copper. And low-grade copper becomes copper plate. Okay, I see. So low-grade copper, that's this one, and low-grade copper, right. And I do hope that the matrix solver is good enough to solve this. Because this is one heck of a mess, more or less. But for some reason it's not reacting to this. Let's see, copper grade 1. Right, that's where the molybdenum ore comes in. So if we move this further up, maybe? Hello? Low grade copper dust, low grade copper dust, come on. Nope, you just don't seem to be smart enough, do you? Matrix solver. Nope. But anyway, this is... Yeah, the previous recipe was 50 copper plates from 250 copper ore, and here is just 44 copper ore. So this is quite a bit of an improvement, to be honest. And then it's just like a matter of balancing and figuring things out with the side products, which as always there is a shit ton out of. And seeing this and seeing how much copper we are lacking, it tells me that I think it's time to work on this actually. And look at that, we have 94 small parts. Thank you very much, Mr. Mall, or Mrs. Mall, or D Mall, the machine. I don't know. But thank you for watching. In next episode, we will deal with. It might be a bit of a mix between mall level 1, like this mall that we are producing right now, and more automation of borax and copper and all that stuff. So thanks for watching. See you in next time.